Okay, guys, so I want to just talk about something that you should pay attention to. There are basically some updates that you should know that are actually happening because I keep getting these questions time and again, time and again. I'm just going to talk about some random things that you should put into consideration. Okay, now I will begin with the very first one because I don't want to waste a lot of time. The very first one is for those of you who wants to migrate to Lithuania in Europe. I'm going to talk about Canada very soon, but let me talk about Lithuania for now. Lithuania looks somehow flexible and somehow maybe great now as I'm talking to you when it comes in terms of visa approval. Remember that you are not going to be using visa approval, but rather you are going to be using what is called the temporary residence permit. That is to say, there is no visa again, but you are going to be applying for what is called the temporary residence permit. Now, you are not going again to Egypt. Please, you are not going again to Egypt. And there are three places that you can go and get your temporary residence permit from. That is one in Dubai, the second place is in Lebanon, and the third place is in Jordan. But how do you know that you are going to these places, or how do you know that you will go to these places? Because you are going to the VFS Global in these countries, right? It is only when you have gotten admissions, pay your first tuition deposit, then you go to the Migri website, that is the immigration website for Lithuania, the government of Lithuanian website. You fill in your application, then you are about to submit. They will ask you where you want to go and apply for it. That is when you are going to choose. Okay, so Lithuania is somehow flexible. So far I know 3 people who have traveled to Lithuania as I'm talking to you now. Then let's go to the next update, which is about Austria. I want to talk about Austria before I come to Canada because I have a lot to say about Canada. Now, for Austria, remember I have been saying that if you have not watched my videos, I've been saying that try to do legalization before you apply to schools in Austria, because if you start the application, some schools will hang in there and ask you to go and do the legalization, and in this case it's going to waste a lot of your time. Yes, verification and of course legalization I think is like 80 euros. Verification and all the rest should be like 200k for Nigerians and probably 300k for Cameroonians and Ghanaians. Then I think there is Gambia is paying 400k, something like that. So you have to verify. Please, there are no appointments at the moment, but you don't need to relax. You need to be checking. Okay, you need to be like, even in the middle of the night, maybe 1 a.m 2 a.m, wake up and check, because that is the time they are going to refresh the system. They I'm talking about is the embassy here. They will refresh the system because a lot of people will drop. Some people will drop from the system, from the application, and they will now have no choice rather than to refresh the system. So you have to put all this into consideration. Then that is for Austria, because if you do not do this, it will be difficult for you to apply for the visa. This is fact. I'm telling you, almost all the schools in Austria will ask for your legalized documents, which I already did a video about it. If you have not watched the video, check the videos below this video. Okay, you are going to watch a lot of videos. Now, still about Austria, remember I said the money you are going to be putting in the account has to be in your own personal account. The account must carry your names the way they are on your international passport, because the embassy is going to verify. That is for Austria. Now the embassy is in Abuja. The first country I talked about was Lithuania. I'm just here to tell you that the appointment for Austria now, it's somehow difficult. Not just Austria, even Lithuania. If you do not book early, it will be difficult for you to get appointment. Czech Republic, difficult. Germany, difficult. Poland, difficult. Many countries is getting difficult. Latvia, difficult. So please, you have to put a lot of things into consideration now as I'm talking to you. Now, the other update I want to talk about is related to Canada, and I will talk about 2 things here. The very first one I want to tell you is that Nscc is bringing a lot of changes. I'm going to be making a lot of videos about that, and just to point out something, your admission offer letters. You have to be careful with the people giving you offer letters to go to Canada now. make sure your offer letter is not fake, because IRCC will be verifying all those letters now given to international students. I'm talking because I got letters for some people yesterday from Nbcc. Okay, so IRCC will be verifying. In case you go and meet fake people who didn't apply using the link, you are in trouble. So be careful, please. I'm just here to draw your attention to this. Then the other updates, I'm going to bring them to you very soon. Now, the other one I want to talk about is for those who apply to Nbcc. According to Nbcc, they are saying that they take 10 to 12 weeks, which is closer to like is it 2 months, 2.5 months. But I want to tell you that their offers take at least 12 weeks. There is an offer that came to me yesterday. I applied for that on the 1st of July. It came yesterday. Approximately, looking at it, it is over 4 months. In fact, 4 months before it came. So you have to put all this into consideration before you start any application, because put this into consideration. I understand most of us, we are not patient, and since you saw on the website that is 10 to 12 weeks, you are now waiting, you are wondering what is happening. Just relax. They are going to respond to you, either positive or negative, okay? And I hope it's going to be positive. Like I said, they will respond to you. They treat the offer, let me say the admissions, the way they were submitted. They don't skip, okay? They make sure they go gradually. That is what they are doing. So please put this into consideration. Then another thing I want to mention to you is that for those of you who want to apply to Nbcc, they are still open and accepting applications as I speak to you, but not for all nationalities. Nigerians and Ghanaians, you can't apply now to Nbcc. That's New Brunswick Community College. Okay, so you need to put this into consideration. Now let's talk about this other college of Nova Scotia Community College. The reason why I always talk about these two colleges vis-a-vis is because they are quite affordable. And looking at their tuition deposit, yes, you can say it's affordable because one is 500, the other one is 1,000. Their tuition fee is 10,250, 11,700, almost the same range. This is because I noticed that a lot of us, we do not have this money. And if you do not have enough of money, a lot of money, it means that during the visa stage, you will be struggling with proof of funds. And proof of funds is one of those things that are, let me say, making a lot of international students to be rejected. You understand? So if you are struggling with proof of funds, then you are applying to very expensive colleges. Again, it is a very big issue. That's the reason I'm focused only on these two colleges. Though there are other colleges which are also very affordable, like Holland College. They also charge you $1,000 before visa application. Now, Nscc, for those people who applied before, most of them, I noticed that some people have been pushed to the fall semester, which is a semester that begins next year, September. Some offers have been pushed. For example, there is somebody, I did his offer, his admissions last time, right? The program was not open. Then it looks like since it was closed, they had to carry the program to the other semester, which is the fall semester next year. And he has been put on wait list, which means that, which I'm trying to say that those that applied before and didn't get admissions to Nscc, they are currently working on their applications now. The admissions team is currently working on their own applications now. So as soon as they finish with these people, the old people, they are going to then come back to those of you who already applied now against September 2024. I hope you understand. So they are going gradually. They go according to the way the programs are. For those who are having misconceptions, because I saw somewhere someone was saying that application fee is 75 euros. No, it is not true. Application fee, yes, last year was 75 euros. That's the last semester for Nscc. But this particular semester, it is $100. Dollars, I'm not talking about euros. I beg your pardon. So if I mention euros for Canada, no, that is dollars. All right. I'm saying so because I did application to somebody. He got in. All right. Not him alone. I think there were 3 of them. Then this other person didn't get it. Now his own application has been put on wait list, which means that if you are given the offer and you don't pay the tuition, they will then take your own offer and give to this my applicant. I hope you understand. So that is how it is. These are the updates. So you have to be patient. As soon as you paid your application fee, submit your application, and they told you, they send you a confirmation by saying that you have paid, no problem at all. Just relax, okay? Then follow the emails, because they have to give you further instructions to follow, especially for Nscc. That's Nova Scotia Community College. They will tell you to create an account, and they will equally tell you to go to your university and tell them to send your transcript. So please, you have to put all this into consideration, because if you do not pay attention to it, it is going to be a very big problem. I hope you understand. Please pay attention to your letter of explanation, pay attention to your proof of funds. Watch those videos on this YouTube channel talking about proof of funds, how to document them. If it is your uncle, your auntie, your father, the documents they are going to give, if you sold a land, if you own a business, and a whole lot of stuff. Please make sure you follow keenly so that you understand everything. I hope you understand. Now, to those of you who are applying to other expensive colleges, please make sure, if you are applying to a college that is above $13,000, make sure you know how you are going to finance your studies. Make sure you know where your source of income is going, or let me say your tuition fee and every other thing is going to come from. Remember, for proof of funds, you need your entire tuition fee, living costs, and miscellaneous. Very, very important. So don't mix these two, or don't get neglected, because if you neglect it, you are in serious problem. Now, for those for Europe, remember, admissions is currently not open now in at least 80% of European schools, but they will be opening around December till next year, against September. Okay, so if you are in Finland, maybe Italy, Estonia, and so many others, go and write your IELTS. The academic, the general is used for immigration to Canada. I hope you understand. So this is the update I wanted to give to you. Then we meet again in another one.